Good morning. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people, and it's 9 a.m., but this is something new. I'm going to talk about LGBTQ plus stuff and get our week started right. So get a cup of Joe. You know I love me some Joe. Just not how you gay boys love Joe anyway. We got some things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. FayWhat, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Next, gay boys. I am one of those lesbians that adores my gay boys, but let's face it, this is an LGBTQ plus show. At 9 in the morning, they're asleep. So if I want the gay boy perspective, I have to go to where they're at this time of the morning. This segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. Where else to fish for them than while they're still in bed? This morning we are joined by my guy pal, model, performer, Damien Lenore. You can find him on Instagram at Return of Babylon. So let's get in bed with Damien as gay boys sleep late. Good morning, Damien. Move over.
Good morning, Faye.
Do you like my little outfit?
You got some milk from my coffee?
Hey! Squish, squish. There it is.
Perfect.
Good morning, Damien.
Good morning.
How you doing, Poppy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Me and Luna got in with no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the security code, and we were in.
Nice and easy.
Yeah. So new boy, though. A different boy from last week just walked out the door.
I just get bored really quickly. What can I say?
I see. And you don't even have a type. This guy looked totally different than the guy from last week and the 2 guys from the week before. Damien, you're on fuego. You're too much fun. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, there's always a lot of interesting things going on, and we are talking about just a few of them in the LGBTQ plus community. Damien, let's kiki on some of them right now. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, first, for the first 15 years of this century, the general agreed number of how many of us there were, you know, gay people, was 5%. That number was increased from surveys in 2015 to 7%. But apparently, there are a lot more of us in the closet than first suspected. 2021 had record coming out celebrations, and a new national Gallup poll says we ain't hiding anymore. And Gallup suggests that the real number may be 10%. Imagine, look. 10% queer. Wow, Damien, you are going to be very popular, my friend. What are we all talking about? 10% of the population being gay. You think that's true?
I definitely think so. That's 1 out of 10 people. That makes sense.
Yeah, so just think about it. Like 1 out of 10 people that we know is doing the do. Yeah, well, another person of the same gender. I'm loving it.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder if that was always the statistic.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Or if just more gay people are being born, or as population increases, things are just changing a little bit. It's interesting. It kind of makes you think.
Well, and like through the years, we've been able to be our true, authentic selves more than before. Like back in the day, people were in the closet and they just stayed in the closet, you know? Like,
yeah.
And now I think a lot more people are coming out later in life. Like, screw it. The world is more welcoming. Why not, you know?
Yeah.
But I love that there's more of us out there. 10% people. So for all you folks that like, oh, I don't know any gay people, look around your office. At least one of them is gay. Next, Damien, what magazines do you read? Can you read? Because, I mean, you're hot. Sometimes when people are this hot, they don't know how to read.
I love to read.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So, well, do you like magazines?
I used to really love Nylon magazine.
Nylon. Ooh, is that like about pantyhose? What is
No, it was like a kind of grunge fashion magazine. They had interesting articles about musicians and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I bet that you're going to love this new magazine, okay? Well, it's really an old magazine, but anyway, Damien, thank your lucky stars that next month, Butt Magazine relaunches! Woohoo! Celebrating everything about, well, you know, your butt. What are we all talking about? Is this something that you would go read?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So why are butts so important? I mean, well, okay, duh. Sorry, I just thought about it, gay boys. My apologies, you know, but butts are important to you guys.
I mean, they're beautiful to look at.
Yes, they are. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that they're that important in the lesbian world. I mean, you know, we don't mind a nice little butt slap every once in a while, but it's not like we live there like you boys do, you know?
But when you see like a really beautiful butt, is it the same like visceral response that I have as a gay man, or is it different? Are you more about boobs, or are you more about...
I'm more about boobs. I see boobs, I am like hypnotized for days. I look at my own boobs in the mirror sometimes and just go, wow.
Me too. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Me too.
Your boobs or my boobs?
Both. Why not?
Next, I love me some Twitter. I love to tweet. I live for the trending. So imagine my joy and fascination when hashtag subpoenaed Barbie began to trend. Then I laughed hard, okay, when I felt the South Florida tremors coming from her new home in Miami and her father's home in Palm Beach, as the January 6th Commission is getting ready to serve Ivanka Trump. Yes, hashtag subpoenaed Barbie. What are we all talking about? Look at that face that you have.
Well, it's about time.
Really? Okay. I mean, she knew what was going on January 6th, you know? I mean, she knows everything.
They all knew, and they all co-signed it, and it's disgusting, and it's disgraceful that it's taking this long for people to really see any kind of consequences about what happened then.
Well, and you know what's funny is that I thought that they couldn't subpoena her. I thought that because she was part of that cabinet, there was some kind of way that she was protected or something, but because she wasn't officially part of the cabinet, they can subpoena that bitch. So it's time to talk, you know? I mean, and... you know, she makes really good clothes, which that breaks my heart because I love her clothes and I don't like her.
Yeah, she's gross. She's gross. They're all so gross.
But she's kind of hot, no?
I mean, the
grossness supersedes the hotness for you?
You can be super hot and still be really gross. Like, look at Armie Hammer.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you're super hot and you're super not gross, so there it is. Finally, this will probably be Damien's last FayWhat show on the next Kiki. Check this out, all right? What is it about gay boys and Disney? Disney employs more gay boys than any business in the world. You guys are obsessed. It probably has something to do with the Disney princesses. The only thing missing was being able to actually live in Disney. Well, Celebration in Orlando, we now know, was just an experiment. Gay boys everywhere gasped as Walt's Boys announced Story Living by Disney, a gigantic planned community in California that has condos, houses, estates, and community living, all in full Disney theme. You know, like the Stepford Wives for the gay community. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
So they're creating Disney living.
Disney living, like a whole association, and it's all gonna be Disney-wise. Like the buildings will look Disney, there'll probably be princesses walking around, the employees on the grounds will be dressed like something to do Disney, all the beautiful colors will be, it'll be like living in a resort.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's cute. I'm not one of the like Disney gays, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I have friends who are. And I mean, I grew up watching Disney. I understand maybe the lure of wanting to live in a fantasy world that's like sort of outside of reality. But that would really only appeal to me if I got to be the villain.
Can we see Damien as the villain? Naughty boy. I totally can see you as the villain. I would love that. But what a great opportunity. Like, okay, you can live in the part that is like China. You can live in the part that is like, you know, if you, I've always wanted to live in Europe, but I'm never going to go to Europe. All right, so I'm going to go move to California and live in this little area that is Pam, Europe. You know, I mean, that's incredible. Go Disney. Steal more of our money.
Not bad.
Next up, Damien, we are gay after all, so let's talk about some fun things that will get us through this week, all right? First, my girlfriends, Miss Bouvee and Jennifer McClain, star this week in a brand new show, Double Trouble, at the Center for Spiritual Living, February 24th through 27th. A lot of the tickets are sold out, so get your tickets right now at missbouvee.com. What do we love about this? Did you hear about this, Double Trouble?
Yes.
You know, the girls were on my show last week.
Yes.
Oh, and they're so incredible. They're so incredible. Miss Jennifer is a cisgendered, she is a female. She's straight, you know, and she's so loved by our community. And the talent that Miss Bouvee has is just incredible. You know, she came from New Orleans. She moved down here from New Orleans, and we have completely embraced her down here. She is now part of South Florida, and we're keeping her. We're keeping her.
Awesome.
You know, so the play is totally about these two sisters that haven't seen each other in a long time, and a funeral brings them back together, and now they got to figure out how to work together to make the family work. I can't see two other people playing these roles. This show is going to be awesome. Get your tickets now.
It sounds like it could be really funny.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Next up, I love the 80s girls. Hamburger Mary's, Wilton Manors made us all so happy as this Saturday, February 26th, Tiffany will perform with an arsenal of Billboard #1s like I Think We're Alone Now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone. Oh, no, I got a little carried away. I'm sorry.
We shouldn't quit our day jobs.
No, we really shouldn't. It promises to be a lot of fun and intimate because it's Hamburger Mary's. So check out Hamburger Mary's website for details. What do we love about this, Damien?
I mean, that's a big catch to be bringing into Hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, kudos to Hamburger Mary's
Yeah.
for getting Tiffany in there. They haven't been there long. I think they've been there over a year. And, it's not easy to start a business during pandemic.
No.
And they've done, they're bringing it up. They're making it like, okay, we got to make sure that our gay community is happy. We're going to bring people that they love. They're bringing these incredible drag race girls.
Yep. And
they're bringing Tiffany, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
And that's like notoriously a cursed spot. Like nothing really does well in that little spot.
Oh,
and
you
they're
think
doing
so?
like really, really well.
Yeah,
They're having
so-
all these big name people coming through. That's really awesome for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I can't wait. What else did Tiffany sing? I think we're alone now. Could have been so beautiful. Oh, wow.
I just know the one.
I'm really bad at singing.
Oh, I mean, it's music to my ears. I love it.
Next, Sunday will be a seeming post-pandemic battle royale for the LGBTQ plus community. There's a lot going on. Flockfest, Pride Fort Lauderdale. Can you make those two things any better? Well, Sunday, February 27th, it's better with a splash pool party at Kimpton, Goodland, Fort Lauderdale Beach from 12 to 5 p.m. More information at Flockfest or Pride Fort Lauderdale. What do we love about this? Another beach party on the beach.
I love that.
A bunch of boys, great music. DJ Pride is going to be spinning. I think it's going to be incredible.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Right? Right. And you just think about like the Flockfest parties that they do, the pool parties, they always try to support. And I love Flockfest because when they fundraise, they always help other organizations.
Yeah.
So kudos to Flockfest. I think this beach party is going to be fantastic. You have other options though, also for February 27th. I really feel like we're back. It feels so good. Also on February 27th, it's the Absolut Vodka Drag Brunch at the SoBe Food and Wine Festival at North Beach Band Show. Headlining is RuPaul's Kimchi. I know she's one of your faves, right?
Yeah, Kimchi is awesome. And
local gal pal Athena Dion. And special celebrity appearances with David Burtka, I love him, and Neil Patrick Harris. Details at SoBeWFF.org. Yeah, what do we love about this? What do we love?
That's huge.
I know.
That's huge.
I know. And you love Kimchi, right?
I mean, her looks and her makeup skills are incredible.
Her makeup.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. Like so artistic and precise and really interesting. She has that kind of like monotone little witty thing going on. I love Athena.
Oh my
Athena's
God.
awesome.
Athena's incredible. And
Yeah.
Athena has been a part of the SoBe Food and Wine Festival for a couple of years now because they know what they're doing. They're like,
Yeah.
no, we got to get the best of the best in
Yeah.
South Florida. Here's Athena. Let's get it done.
Yeah, she's awesome. Athena's
so
awesome.
this brunch is like one that you definitely don't want to miss. And I love that they're going to have other celebrity appearances like David Burtka. You know who David Burtka is?
Yes.
So he is Oprah Winfrey's designer, right? I think when Oprah got tired of Dr. Phil, she got him because he's cuter.
Yeah, good choice.
Just saying.
Good choice.
But if you guys don't remember, David Burtka was one. He lost his husband in the tsunami in Thailand over a decade ago, and I remember that interview on Oprah, and it was gut wrenching, man. Poor guy. And now he's remarried and just living his best life, and we wish him all the best. So I look forward to seeing him there.
For sure.
And he's handsome. Not as handsome as you. No one is as handsome as you. Just saying.
You know just what to say.
I'm just saying.
Go on.
Another thing going on September. Oh my God, I can't believe all this stuff is going on the same day. On Sunday, February 27th at the Seminole Hard Rock, this one may lay the final trump card down as Hard Rock Live presents Sir Elton John, the Rocket Man himself. Do we have to say any more to the LGBTQ plus community? Tickets at Seminole Hard Rock. What do we love about this, Damien?
I mean, Elton John is a legend.
Yes.
And
He's like 108 now, isn't he?
he's definitely up there.
Huh.
But super, super, super talented, legendary songwriter, musician, amazing. My mom worked for a record company in the 70s and 80s, and she actually went to a party at his house.
Oh, so is Sir Elton John maybe your real daddy?
I mean,
No, are you Damien? Maybe you're Damien John. maybe that's your real papa.
Well, I mean, if it'll make me some money, hey.
So what did your mom say about meeting him? Did she say that he was cool?
Yeah, she said that he was nice, and there was like a front part of the party that you could like be hanging out at, and then there was like another part of the house that like the regular people couldn't go into.
Oh, like the sex part?
I mean,
it has
I
to
always
be.
wondered like what was going on behind those doors.
It has to be. Ooh.
I didn't want to hear about that part from my mom, but you know.
I want to hear about that stuff from your mom. Have your mom call me. I definitely want to do that. God, so much going on then, you know, talking about all these events really makes me feel that we're back, Damien.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like, and it also makes me super proud of South Florida because we're so gay. Like, we're so gay. Like, WeHo got nothing on us, you know? Chelsea, which is where I first found my gay roots, you know, in New York, is not as gay as we are. 3 incredible events on the same day. If it wasn't for the freaking traffic here in Miami, I try to figure out how to go to all 3. I'll start at the brunch, and then I'll head on over to the pool party, and then I'll head on. Yeah, I can't. I'm too old for that, but I'll have to pick one.
It's nice to be thinking like, what am I going to do today? And have options to choose from, you know?
Yes.
Like, are we the new Manhattan?
Oh, I think we are.
Are we the new LA?
I think we are. And it's like, you know, do I want to be sweaty with a couple thousand handsome men on the beach?
Yes.
Do I want to eat really yummy food with very talented drag queens? Yes. Do I want to be entertained by an icon? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. I need to clone myself so I can be in 3 different places at once.
Just load up your broomstick.
Cows don't fly, moo. Well, it's what we will all be talking about this week and the events that we want to attend. What are you going to be doing this week also work-wise? Are you working anywhere?
Yeah, this coming Friday, I'm going to be at the Outcast show at Alibi.
Nice. I love George's Alibi. You can never go
too.
wrong there. I mean, seriously, the food rocks, the entertainment rocks, the music rocks. You're always having a good
100%.
time there. So what time, when, how, who?
So it's at 8:30. Nicki Monet hosts.
Nice.
I'm going to be performing with Sin Silva. Fantasia Royale Gaga is there.
Oh, I love her.
Great cast. Great cast, great show. It's very like risque, campy, fun.
I love that.
gonna be
I
great.
love that. So if you're in town for that, folks, make sure you go on over and, you know, pretend slap Damien's butt. No touching, unless there's
too
$10.
hard.
Unless there's $10 in your hand, then, you know, then everything completely changes, right? I am going to be with Tiffany on Saturday at Hamburger Mary's. That's where I'm going to be. And you like how I said that? I'm going to be with her. Like if my arm's going to be around her, I'm going to be hanging out with her and. Yeah, that's where I'll be. So if you want to find me, that's where I'll be at Hamburger Mary's with Tiffany. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Look at Luna. She's like, all right, enough of the singing.
Luna's like, I don't appreciate either one of you singing unless there's a treat involved. Well, I want to thank you, Damien, for getting up early for the FayWhat show. And remember to make sure to follow him on Instagram at Return of Babylon. I know how hard it is for you to wake up in the morning because gay boys sleep late. I love you, puppy.
I love you too.
I will see you next week.
Absolutely.
All right, me and my dog are out of here. Peace. Hola, mi gente. Good morning again. LGBTQ plus South Florida. This is the first gay weekly morning TV show in the world. And I'm FayWhat. I'm all about our community. And I want to talk about our interesting world. We have people to meet, we have events to attend, and it's time to plan out our week. You may have noticed that, honk honk, I'm a girl. We call it a lesbian. And you may have also noticed that we don't rule the gay boy world. Not yet. But that's okay, because I'm a gay boy too. So as the FayWhat show develops, you are going to agree with me. Everyone in the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q community have more in common than the things that separate us. I'll be here with special friends every Monday at 9 a.m. to start off your week, and I'll be inviting special guests and friends to make our time together lots and lots of fun. Is our community important to you? If it is, I hope that you will share this experience. Please like the FayWhat show on YouTube or Facebook. And huge news, like my boobs, huge! You should be watching the FayWhat show right now on broadcast television. In addition to social media platforms, you can tune in on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or Amazon Fire TV. I want you to support me in this endeavor. Next, let's welcome a special interview with Anna Lepoli. I mean, Dr. Anna Lepoli. Yes, she holds a PhD in exercise biochemistry and nutrition research. She has a master's and bachelor's in exercise psychology? Wait, why is she on my show? Her parents are likely crying their eyes out right now because after getting all those degrees, she threw it away to become a comedian. You heard me right. And to host and produce programs like Comedians in Drag Doing Comedy, or my favorite, Live, Laugh, Lick, Pussy. Or to be an entrepreneur, to sell t-shirts called Two Fingers. Really lovely. I'm not even gonna touch that. Let's welcome Anna Lepoli to the FayWhat show. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much.
How you doing,
I love that intro. I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes.
Of course, yeah. This is a great experience. I'm ready to talk about two fingers, how many fingers you like.
Oh, yeah. 2 fingers will suffice. You know. Wow. All right. So you're funny and I'm funny looking. I think this is going to be a great show right now.
I'm funny looking too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, girl, you have a doctorate in exercise biochemistry and nutrition research.
Yes.
PhD, CSCS, CISSN, elemental P, QRS, TUV. What the hell are all those letters?
So I have a PhD, and I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist and a certified sports nutritionist. So for about 14 years, I worked in sports nutrition. I did consulting for dietary supplement companies. I used to present at academic conferences. I used to look fairly feminine and straight before I got my COVID vaccine. Then all that went down. Totally made me gay. My eyebrows grew. I mean, like I have this biceps vein, and everything changed.
Oh my God, that was me too. I had a mullet before my 3rd vaccine. That makes a lot of sense now.
It's a beautiful thing. I love science.
Oh my God, but you even worked at FIU down here, right?
I went to FIU. I taught nutrition science at the Art and Design Institute in downtown Miami, and I got to teach. I taught nutrition as an elective to fashion design students. It was really, really cool.
But none of that sounds funny, Anna. None of that sounds funny. How do you go from that to this?
I'll tell you how. So I used to present at academic conferences, and I got banned from one of them because I was making too much humor in the science. Like, it was a very scientific lecture. I believe it was on natural ways to boost testosterone, and I was doing humor. I was incorporating humor on religion, on politicians, and they banned me for that. I said, yeah, but look, in all those scientific lectures, people are sleeping, and in mine, they weren't. You know, they were laughing, they were having a good time, so if I offended anybody, they can go fuck themselves. Can I swear in this?
Oh, you just did, it's okay.
Okay, but that's my philosophy on that. And so about 3 months after I finished my PhD, I couldn't get work. They were like, well, you have too much experience or too little experience. They were like, you need 10 years of experience. I said, 10 years ago, I was drinking cheap vodka at an FIU dorm room. So
I was kind of busy doing that.
So I got into comedy, and then, years and years later, I invented my show, Comedians in Drag Doing Comedy.
Oh, how the heck did that come up? I love that. And I love that. Comedians, tell me again?
Comedians in Drag Doing Comedy.
Okay, so, I mean, what is your drag persona different than Anna?
Actually, it's very similar because I'm like a hybrid of two. Everybody tells me, they're like, you need to be dressing as a girl in the drag show. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I need to be both. But I put a mustache on and a little goatee. I dress like this, actually. I look like Dave Navarro or Don Quixote. I'm not sure. But
they both had a baby. That's what you look like, right?
Yes, yeah. So basically, I really enjoy when straight men or any gender taps in to the opposite gender. We all have an inner masculinity or femininity, whether you're gay, straight, trans, whatever it is. So I have comics of all the like dressing as the opposite sex.
I love that.
And there was nothing more beautiful than seeing a straight man who's never dressed in drag tap into his feminine side and do comedy. And let me tell you, I had the straightest guys on this show, and they kill it.
And they look fabulous doing it.
Yes, they love it. It changes them. Let me tell you, to the point that I've had guys that are like, I need to do the show again and again. It's like it brings out something of their element that I think a lot of straight men and gay men. I mean, Tarek, one of you guys, fellow comics on here, legendary guy.
Love Tarek.
Gay guy, does just phenomenal drag. He's Amy Casamigos, which is like a cousin of Amy Winehouse.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
No, Tarek is just incredible. You are also an author.
Yes.
So, doctor.
Yes. Yeah.
You're also, so you wrote a couple of books. Tell me about them. What have you written?
I wrote 2 books. I actually have one of them here today. Let me hold it up in this thing. It's called Stop It. 18 Habits That Hinder Your Libido and Make You Fat.
Oh my God, I don't want to be fat.
And it's basically a book designed for men and women of all ages, and it teaches you how how important your natural testosterone production is. So not just for men, but also for women, and how that correlates with benefiting your libido, so your sex drive, and how it helps keep fat percentage down.
Okay.
You know,
what are one of the habits?
Lifting weights. So
Okay.
lifting weights is incredibly beneficial to men and women to increase testosterone. I mean, it will increase testosterone in just a short period of time. My second book I wrote, which I don't have with me, Beer is Good for You. I wrote a book on the health benefits of moderate consumption of beer and alcohol.
That was my next question for you. I needed to know about that
Yeah.
because I mean, you know, everything in moderation. You know, I don't drink, but I have nothing against anybody who partakes in social drinking. So tell me about this beer thing of yours.
So there's a number of health benefits, scientific, on the health benefits.
Doesn't beer give you a beer belly?
So that's highly debated even in science. So I have a really close friend of mine. He's a professional bodybuilder, drank throughout his whole training. I drink on every now and then, and I'm still ripped, but I actually rarely drink because I'm always hungry. So after a show, everybody's drinking. I'm like, I'm starving, but I eat like a 4-year-old. I know I have a PhD in nutrition research, but you can catch me at the nearest Wawa having all the junk foods because I'm a comic. I'm up late at night, and that's when I actually get to eat.
Well, you're always traveling. So how does that work? Are you single?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so how does that work? Do you do you make women call you doctor in bed wherever you go?
No. It's actually.
I would. I'm just
Being in a relationship as a road comic is really hard because you are constantly traveling and you're all over the place, and it takes somebody who can really just be like, I love you, even though you are a total circus freak, you know, pirate person. I'm taking my drag show up north. This is actually something I'm really proud of. Sorry, I tapped the mic. I'm really proud of this Comedians in Drag doing comedy show. It's getting so wild. Girls are flashing their tits at the show.
Love it.
It's insane. The energy is insane. And
Sorry about flashing my tits at the show.
I did it at the Miami Improv. It was killer, and it's just something that I have become increasingly proud of.
Oh, and and I can't wait for the next time you do that because it just looks like an incredible show. I got to ask you, Anna, LGBTQ, harder or easier for the L in our community?
Live, laugh, like pussy, L? Or what?
L as a lesbian, yeah.
In comedy, is it harder for lesbians? That's a great question. So I think it depends on what you look like. Because when I first started comedy before my COVID vaccines, I was fairly feminine.
Before your transition with your COVID vaccine.
And I wasn't talking about being gay on stage when I very first started. And let me tell you, if you're a feminine girl in comedy, guys still treat you like they're trying to have sex with you. But now I have ultimate respect. So I want to say, though, that...
So you feel you had to butch yourself down to get the respect?
Well, I didn't do it for that. I actually evolved into this because of, you know, from like age 0 to 20, I identified as male in my brain, and then I became feminine because I moved to Miami and all the girls were feminine, and I was like, well, that's what I got to do. And I felt like I was in drag every day.
I bet.
Not doing comedy yet, but I was you know... but then I evolved into this, and this is where I stand, and I gotta say, for lesbians in comedy, it depends, because it is a male-dominated world, and because I am very masculine, guys talk to me and see me as men, whereas I hear a lot of the bullshit that goes on with the girls. Again, majority of the girls are straight, beautiful, you know, we have such incredible comedians here in South Florida and all over the U.S., you know, I see a lot of the bullshit that goes on. So I think because I have such a male and a dominant persona, I don't get a lot of shit. So
no one gives you crap because of those abs that you got.
And biceps.
And
yeah,
biceps. Look at that arm.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Is it in view? Yeah.
I look it. So, I mean, yeah.
You know, guys they're like, I'm a bro. So it's a I can't really answer that question fairly.
Got you.
Yeah.
No, but I think you did. I really do think you did. Anna, it's been awesome having you on the show. We've got to have you back sometime. Show us your merch real quick.
Of course, yeah.
What you got? Oh, this is a 2 fingers one, please.
Yeah, so this one, I actually graffitied these 2 messages all over Wynwood in Miami. This one is 2 fingers, 1 is medical, 2 is magical.
Love it.
And I sell them in all the sizes. I'm up to 2XL. I'm going to start ordering 3XL because I'm getting requests for that. And then I have Live, Laugh, Lick, Pussy.
That's my new favorite T-shirt. I will be wearing that everywhere I go.
Right. I graffiti those in Wynwood.
I love that. You got pillows too.
I do. Right? I started. You know, I see too many straight couples in like Target and like the girls going, babe, should we buy this thing or whatever? And I started making a line of decor for men and lesbians and gay. I mean, whatever. It's for everybody. Your butthole is my happy place.
Wow, that is, yeah. I need to give that to my wife for her next birthday.
So I
That is
actually,
just perfect, right? Yeah.
I think that's a great anniversary gift. I
yeah.
got one more actually,
Okay.
because you know how. So that one I took from like, you know, the beach is my happy place, like the thing that the white girls do, you know. So like the be bold, dream, be you. I got be bold, be you, bend over, bitch.
Bend over, bitch. That's it. Clear and precise. I think the message stands real true, Anna. I love it. I love you. I love everything that you're doing. Please
you.
follow Anna on social media. Tell me what you're up to next week. Where can we find you in the next couple of weeks?
So this coming Wednesday, that's February 23rd, I'm going to be doing a new show that's in South Beach, 601 Washington Avenue, the Good Time Hotel, hosted by Janela Santos, who's affiliated with the Villain Theater, who
I love the Villain
adore.
Theater. The House of
adore.
Yaz.
Yes.
All those. We love them.
Family. I love them. As soon as she told me, I said, I'm there. And then Friday, February 25th, I will be in Orlando at House on Church doing my Comedians in Drag doing comedy show. But this one is themed, Disney themed. So the comics are going to choose a Disney character of the opposite sex, and I will not disclose which characters they are doing, but it's going to be killer. This is my first time doing this theme show, and I have tickets in my Instagram bio, and this one's going to be pretty legendary.
I love it. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss her. She is just funny as hell. What is your social media, Anna?
My Instagram is at Dr_Lepeley.
Dr.
Yeah.
Lepeley.
And I'll be bringing the show up to the Northeast. It's going everywhere. I'll be back in South Florida, New Orleans, Pensacola Pride. I will be everywhere doing it, and I think everybody should check it out. And I look forward to booking all these incredibly talented comedians to get out of their comfort zone or in their true element to do this show.
Anna, thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Being a woman and doing your thing like that, I look up to you.
Thank you.
You inspire. So keep
Thank
kicking
you.
ass. We will be following you, and we will have you back on the show soon.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Love
Thank you so much for having me.
Que linda. She was awesome. So we're going to be bringing you special interviews with interesting people just like Anna Lepeley to get your week started right on the FayWhat show. So before I finish, I want to tell you about what's on my mind. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about lesbians. I'm confronted with them daily. And honestly, hearing this stuff is like getting smacked in the freaking face sometimes because they aren't true. Usually when someone, fires off a stereotype, I'm so shocked that I just stand there staring openly and closing my mouth like a big dumb goldfish, kind of like, So I'm gonna take this opportunity to get up on my soapbox and stamp out all that stupid, ignorant misconceptions that I've heard over the years. Hopefully next time I hear one of those, I can eloquently explain why it's so untrue, and I'll stop giving the goldfish face. Let's start with lesbians hating men. Actually, I find that often that's the opposite, okay? A lot of gay women I know have a ton of guy friends and find that they get along with dudes as well as with chicks. I love checking out girls in Wilton Drive, right? And my straight lady friends aren't so into it, but my gay boys have no problem with it. They even appreciate it because gay boys appreciate beauty, So I always feel very comfortable with my boys, because they always are honest. Sometimes brutally. I love my gay boys and I love boys in general. They make me me. Being gay is easier than being straight because you're dating someone who is the same gender as you. There's another crazy misconception that I've heard. I wish this were true, but it isn't. Straight guys complain that girls are impossible to figure out, and I agree. I don't understand my own emotions sometimes and feelings, seriously, let alone another woman's. Women can be crazy. And crazy is usually hot. So that's why I like crazy. There is always, the next misconception, there's always a man and a woman in a lesbian relationship. Nope, not at all. My wife and I are both relatively feminine. I have seen lesbian couples where both women are on the masculine side too. Believe it or not, lesbians care a lot about personality, just like straight couples. We don't just go around trying to fill a gender deficiency. We are attracted to who we are attracted to. It doesn't have a whole lot to do with how the person looks. Rather, it has to do with who we're attracted to. Wow, what a concept, right? And we're not all handy. I asked my gay boys to help me assemble anything from IKEA. I can't do that. Next. Lesbians have daddy issues or were sexually abused as kids. Please, please, please. My sexual preference has nothing to do with trauma or some kind of damage that happened to me as a child. Imagine for a moment what this conversation would look like if it went the opposite way, all right? Straight woman. I'm straight. Lesbian. Oh, do you have a really bad relationship with your mother? Straight woman. No. Lesbian. Well, you must have been sexually abused by a big, bad, mean lesbian as a child. Ridiculous, right? It is ridiculous. Next, if you're a lesbian, you've never had a meaningful relationship or been in love with a man. This is a hard one to make people believe, but it isn't true either. When I was younger, I identified as a bisexual and had a 3-year relationship with a dude whom I loved a lot. A few years after we broke up, I realized that I couldn't date or sleep with men anymore because I didn't feel sexually attracted to them like I do with big, beautiful boobs. Like I do with women. The connection was deeper with women. You know, things change, okay? A woman who has a relationship with a woman is free to identify as straight when the relationship ends. So why can't I do the opposite? It's just, how about my favorite? It's just a phase. I hate that. Nothing incites rage in me like that old, it's just a phase crap. When I was straight, no one told me it was just a phase. Like a lot of these other misconceptions, you wouldn't say it to a straight person. So don't say it to me. It's hurtful and offensive because tons of thought, anguish, and emotion went into figuring out my sexuality. So to dismiss it as a phase is also to say that I wasted time of my life thinking about something that isn't real. Not a phase. If I were straight, I would have stayed with men. A BJ and a sandwich and most men are happy. I hope I educated some of you on these misconceptions on the L. Carry on and tell your closest friends. Tell your lesbians too. All right. So that's it. That is the FayWhat show, and I am really passionate about trying to connect the L and G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls. If we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. Nothing like this has been done before. It's why we start with inspirations like Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. It's a new year. Man, it's been a tough 2 years. So let's be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so strong. Until next Monday, America, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I am #ThatGirl. Have a great week.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl, Latina, but she's you.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G